If you can't watch a full podcast, watch a clip instead. You'll be as entertained and as informed. That's my guarantee. That's why you gotta subscribe to Dostcast Clips. What is Gyanvapi? Isn't that like a Hindu sounding name or
Of
an
course.
Indic name?
Of course.
Gyanvapi.
So Gyanvapi, I mean, just the word Gyanvapi Masjid is such a such an oxymoron in itself. It's not a Persian or Arabic or Urdu word. Gyan, knowledge. Vapi is well. So the Puranic story is there was someone called Ishana who worshipped Shiva, and Shiva then with his own Trishul he creates this well, and he says, I am going to exist here in my form here is going to be in the liquefied version, and it is of knowledge. And there are all kinds of stories like that in the Puranic literature. There's some princess of some kingdom who just looks at a map of this entire area, and the Gyan Vapi is there somewhere, and she just puts her finger on it, and the impact is so much that she's able to get knowledge of several past births of herself. So just putting a finger on a representation on a map got her that kind of knowledge. So imagine going there and actually consuming its water and doing puja. So it was extremely sacred to the Sanatanis from centuries. And the Vishwanath temple was to the north of the Gyanvapi at that time. The well was there, and the Vishwanath Mandir was the well was to the south of the shrine. Now the various iconoclastic waves happened, and as I said, a new shrine kept
Sorry,
coming.
I'm just gonna stop you there. When you say iconoclastic, I understand the meaning of iconoclastic, but do you mean barbarians? Do you mean plunderers?
Iconoclasm, anyone, all the Abrahamic, the Islamic conquests, which
Okay.
ensured Buddh Parasti, should be destroyed. Or idol worship should be destroyed.
Okay.
Iconoclasm or destruction of the idol. Here, the iconoclasm is the breakdown of the temples and the statues there. And so those iconoclastic waves, they did not impose another mosque in its place, except Razia Sultan, who made her Razia Masjid. But the others, whether it was Lodhi and Khilji and the Jaunpur, they used to break it and use the material of that temple in the construction of some other mosque somewhere else.
Not right next to it.
Not necessarily there. Like for instance, the Jaunpur, Sharki Nawabs, they destroyed the Atala Devi temple and constructed the Atala Masjid. And all the Lal Darwaza there, everything has pieces of the Atala Masjid, and also other temples from Varanasi also. There's also an inscription of the Padmeshwar temple, which is in the Lal Darwaza, Padmeshwar in Varanasi, in the Lal Darwaza mosque in Jaunpur. So they were taking away things, putting things there, different structures from the temple made as places to sit in the garden, stools and so on. Those have been documented too in the book. So they were doing this, but I think what happened during Aurangzeb's time in 1669 was, one is the temple was razed. Not completely though. The worst part was that only the shikhars or the gopurams were destroyed, and in its place 3 gumbads were superimposed, and it was just an illegal encroachment, so to say. And said this is a masjid. And the western walls, which we see even today,
In the images
Yes.
you have in the book. Yeah.
Correct. Of the Kandahar. It's called only Kandahar. And if anyone sees the western wall, these are ruins of an old temple. And this temple was the one built in 1580 by Narayan Bhatt, the spiritual guru, Sanskrit scholar of Raja Todarmal. And that was during the reign of Akbar, who was slightly more tolerant than the other Mughal rulers. So what was Aurangzeb's plan in doing this, or his subordinates, may not be Aurangzeb himself, but at least his subordinates in Banaras, was that every day the Hindus need to see this, the ruins, the structure of their most sacred temple, and feel humiliated and feel insulted. Because if he wished, he could have demolished the whole structure and built a magnificent mosque in its place. But this was left purposely with the desire to humiliate and insult. And that is what is documented and even mentioned even by Western travelers who come and write about it, saying this has been done for that purpose. And the Hindus do see that every day, and they feel so miserable about it that they can't do anything but look at this. So this contestation therefore was never gone. The Hindus never gave up on that place ever. So in the past, you would build shrine close to that. But now when the whole thing was encroached, there was another small shrine that came in the periphery of the new masjid that Aurangzeb's subordinates got built there, which is the Gyanvapi Mosque now. But that also was demolished in 1755 by a local Qazi. And then it was in 1780 that Maharani Ahilyabai Holkar of Indore, she got this shrine which we currently worship, built there. Very unostentatious, so that it doesn't catch much attention. But slowly, with British rule establishing, there was no threat so much. And then that started expanding itself. Maharaja Ranjit Singh got the shikhars plated with gold and all of that. But still, the contestation over that entire area, and since, as I mentioned earlier, it is not just one Vishweshwar, it is a series of other, shrines,
Right.
which form that Panchakoshi Yatra that people had to do every day. You take a dip in the Ganga, then go there, there's one Tarakeshwar, then Gangeshwar, someone else, Gauri Shankar, then you go to the Nandi there, then climb down the thing, then there's that Vyas Ji ka Tehkhana, which just got opened now recently. And do worship there. So this is part of a daily Nitya Karma puja for all the devout, which was prescribed by the Shastras and Puranas.